Imagine climbing a ladder. Every thong recreates a goal you have hit, a title you have earned, a level you have reached. Now, imagine that ladder has no foundation. That ladder, you climb higher. The higher you move, the higher you climb, it shakes. This is not a ladder problem. That is a character problem. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hello, my friends, and welcome to Living the Laws. I'm Larry Laws Sr., and this is another edition of Wednesday Wisdom Live. Whether you're joining us live or catching a replay, I'm glad you're here. But before we dive in, I want to invite you to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a session. This is your midweek reset, a place where leaders like you come to recharge, to refocus, and rise in your leadership journey. And as we get started, I want you to reflect on what kind of leader are you becoming. If you haven't taken a leadership assessment, please do so. It would give you clarity. You can find a link in the description, and you also have the opportunity to join the Living Laws community and continue to grow with us. On today's video, we're going to dive into the law of the ladder. This law continues along the series of John Maxwell, 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth. And the core of the principle of this law is character. Character growth determines the height of your personal growth. Not your resume, not your network, not your skill set, your character. And here's why. It is why that matters so much. Most people spend the majority of their time developing their competence, what they can do, their credentials, their craft, their capabilities. Very few people invest the same energy into developing their character, who they are. And that imbalance equally shows up. Retired General Norman Schwarzkopf said it plainly. 99% of leadership failures are failures of character, not strategy, not resources, not intelligence, character. We have all watched people climb fast and fall hard. And almost every time when we look close enough, the fall tracks back not to what they didn't know, but to who they had not yet become. Here are three things I want you to do. I want you to lock in before we go further. One, your inside influences your outside. What you do in private shapes who you are in public. You cannot separate the two. As you think in your heart, so are you. So will you become. Two, inside victories always precede outside ones. Before you can do so, before you can do, you must be. Right outwards actions built on the wrong inward foundation would never produce lasting results. And three, character is a choice made daily. You are not born with the character fixed. You build it or you don't. Every single day is a decision. Army training taught me many things, but one lesson rose above the rest. The ladder you build in peacetime is the only one you have when war comes. We had a saying, train as you fight. You don't rise to the occasion when in a crisis, you fall to the level of your preparation. I watched individuals who were technically sharp, physically fit, and outstanding on paper. But when the pressure hit, when the environment turned hostile, when the orders got unclear, the margin for error disappeared. What came out of them was exactly what had always been in them. Leaders that cut corners in training, they cut corners in the field. Also, I had great experiences with some outstanding soldiers who were honest, accountable. They was accountable in the small, quiet, unglamorous moments. They became the most liable people when the stakes were highest. The Army taught me that character is not what you display at the promotion board. Character is what you do when no one is watching and everything is on the line. Now, fast forward to working with families facing financial crisis. The families who rebuild don't just need a better budget or a better loan product. In many cases, the family needs a better foundation, because you can give someone a house, but if their decision making, their values, their financial character haven't grown, that house will not hold up. My late mother became a first-time homebuyer at age 65. 65 years old. People thought it was too late for her. Many thought that it was too risky. But she had spent a lifetime building something no one could take away from her. She had character, integrity, grit, consistency, the discipline to see things through. And that inner foundation is what made it possible for her to climb to the height that others said that she could not reach. That is the law of the ladder. Here are 3 steps to build your ladder today. Rung number 1, audit your inside investment. Here it is simple but revealing. Look at the last 12 months. How much did you spend on your appearance, your clothing, accessories, things that other people see? Now, on the other hand, how much do you invest in your growth, on books, conferences, coaching, mentorship? Most people are out of balance, significantly out of balance. And I understand. The world rewards what it sees. People notice the suit before they notice the soul. But here's the truth. If you focus on being better on the inside than on the outside, over time, you will also become better on the outside. The inside always drives the outside, not the other way around. Shift the investment. Protect your inner growth. Protect it like it's non-negotiable, because it is. Rung number 2, serve somebody this week on purpose. This one is not complicated, but it's powerful. Some things that builds character faster than intentional service. There's a few things that would build character faster. Putting others first, it recalibrates your perspective. It right sizes your ego. So here's the assignment. Set aside at least 1 hour this week to serve with zero agenda, not for visibility, not for networking, not for reciprocity. Just serve. Whether it be your family, a neighbor, a volunteer organization, maybe someone who needs help and cannot pay you back. When you give without expecting return, something shifts inside of you. Humanity grows. Gratitude deepens, and your ladder gets another ring. Rung number 3. Make character a daily habit, not a crisis response. Character is not what you display when the camera is on. Character is what you have been practicing in private when the stakes seem small. So the question is not, will I make the right decision when the big moment comes? The real question is, what decisions am I making right now when no one is watching? Those small decisions are the wrongs. And the wrongs are what takes you higher. What is one discipline you can commit this week that builds your inner life? Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes every morning. Maybe it's keeping a commitment that you've been avoiding. Maybe it's apologizing to someone you owe an apology. Start there. Habit is the daily battleground for character. I want to leave you with this. Your character is not fixed. Your potential is not capped. Your ladder is still being built. The only question is, what rung are you adding today? Thank you for joining me for another edition of Wednesday Wisdom Live. I pray that this message give you something to think about, something to act on, and something to carry you with you for the rest of the week. If this message was of value to your leadership journey, please like, subscribe, and click on the notification so that we can continue to grow together. Be sure to take the leadership assessment and join the Living the Laws community. Until next time, keep growing, keep leading, and keep living the laws. I'm Larry Laws Sr., reminding you to think before you move and to make your next move your best move.